Hello everyone, this is Sachin again, and here I'll be covering the stream and table joins for Kafka. So basically, this is a continuation of my previous session where I was joining two Kafka streams. This is a slightly different, I would say, variation of the same use case. So basically, if you just watching this video the first time, I would say just pause it. Please watch my previous video to get more context about this setup and use case. And once you have watched it, feel free to come over here. All right. So basically, so so we have like user table and address table, and by using Kafka Connect, DBZ, and whatever way it is, like you're flowing these messages into their respective topic. The table structure is defined over here, where user table has a user first name, last name, and email, and the address table has address information, its city, zip, and the referential key user ID, which is pointing to the user table. So this is pretty straightforward configuration. And my goal here is to basically, as and when the updates, let's say, are happening either in user or in address, I should be getting the functional event and not just the what changed in user or address individually, something like that, where I'll be leveraging the Spring Boot application with Kafka Streams capabilities. And if an address is changed, so this address information, the whole JSON should be emitted, which also contains the user information as well as the user address information. All right. So previously, both user and address were streams, which means to join them, the updates should be happening in a certain window in both of them. And if there is an update in only one of them, there was only that specific stream I was logging in. But now the goal is a little different. So just want to tell that this user topic is, instead of a K stream, this is going to be a KTable. All right, address is as is, this is a K stream. So now the join will be between a K stream with a K table. Basically, this is your address and this is your user. All right, so let's see the code. All right, so again, this is the pretty much same code. If you see my previous video, you'll get to see that my setup is like I have a user table, and with this information I already covered, address table with this information already covered. And as and when I'm updating, the real-time events are flowing into a specific user and address topic. Tabs to the right. All right. So these are my topics, user and address. And as and when I am updating user or address, the real-time events are flowing in. The same has been configured into my application. So basically, I am reading these topics in my code. So let's just start from this place. So pretty much the same thing. As usual, I'm just reading the user and address as a Kafka stream, and I get a stream as a raw string, the user and address information. Now, this piece of code is a very simple, already covered previously. We are not doing great anything. It's just like you get this stream, which is like raw string. I'm converting, I'm getting that, holding that JSON and holding the inner object after, which actually contains what change has been happened in this particular event, and emitting as a key value pair. We're properly converting the ID value, the user ID, into an integer and user as an object. And that's what you see, a K stream of integer comma user, where key is a user ID and the value is a user object altogether. And the same operation is done for address table as well. Now, after doing all of that, you get the address as a value. However, the key is not address ID, but key is also a user ID. And that's where you will be joining these two streams. So this is still a stream user, and this is address is also a stream. Now the only job to do is like convert this user stream from KStream to KTable. And that's pretty much done in these 3 lines. So basically, again, you take the stream objects, you group by them and aggregate and provide a materialized store, because if you convert to KTable, it needs to store the internal state somewhere. That's it. And then you convert a stream into a KTable. The difference between a stream and a table is like where a stream depicts the real-time events as and when happening in an append-only manner. However, KTable is more or less like a database table, as and when if you have 10 times update on a same user for the same key, let's say for user ID 1, your like lot many user events are going, eventually this will contain only one information, that is the last information. So that's the difference between stream and table. And what benefit we will get? We will get that once I have this KTable, which is persisted into the Kafka topic, I should be able to join my address updates, and it can join this KTable. And even if there is no change in the user, but information is already there in the table, it should be able to join and get the latest information of the user, no matter if there is a change in the user in that specific window or not. So this remaining piece is again the same, very much similar, covered previously. And so just like small thing, you join your address and you join it with a user. It joins on the key. Both keys are like integer and depict the user ID. So its key is user ID, and the value we get the address and user. And from there, we can convert into a proper joined address, which contains a couple of flattened values of your user object and setting the address object. All right. So once you have user and address objects separately, you can emit this event with the combined view, which is user address join. This has your user information as well as address information. That's it. Now I'm just printing the address information as and when address changes are emitted. This piece of code will get triggered, and then we can see the logs for user address join. So let's run this project. Back to this guy. Happened, should run. Slow. Fair enough. All right. Now what I'm going to do here is I will, for the one of the user, which is Sachin2, which has ID 2. So basically for this user, I'm changing the email address to e-demo-1, basically this guy. So let's change that. So this update has been done because I'm not printing that anywhere. That's why you don't see any log being printed over here. What all I'm interested is like when I make a change in the address, I should see my latest user information. In this case, this user with this email, because I have just changed that. So let me touch my address table and update it. Perfect. So here I see that event is getting emitted. It's the same event that user address join with user ID, first name, last name, email, and the address object nested inside that. And here it is. This is the user ID, first name, last name, and email. This is what I have said just now. And the address object with the c-demo-1. So if I change it to 2, and if I change this again to 2, let me clear it off, and I just emit it, this guy, and again I emit it. We'll see the latest value. It contains both the changed values over here. And if you just change only the address, leaving the email part intact, it emits a new event with the changed value of the city, but keeping the existing value of user. So that's a benefit of joining a stream with table. Unlike the last time when we were joining two streams, and you could see the change only if there are real-time changes in both the streams, unlike in KTable, where this information is persisted, even if you, after an hour or after a few days, after a couple of months, if a new event comes, it will still join the KTable because it has the object information, and it will clearly print all that values. So that's pretty much for Kafka stream joins from stream to table. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.